February 28th, about 5:04, even though we're in the 303. Sitting here with young DzO, one of the latest elite members, one of the up-and-coming youngsters that's going to really carry elite entertainment to the next level. How you doing, young DzO?
All right.
Yeah, all right, young DzO. Why don't we get into a few things about you, because you've definitely been growing up under a lot of the elite entertainment and cats like that, so you've been exposed to the game at a very early age. With that being said, we're going to get into a few things into your personal life so we can actually let the listeners and readers know about you and so forth. Go ahead and give us a little something about your background, where you come from,
Well, my first time is October 6, 1993. Grew up in Aurora, Montbello, Park Hill, everywhere around. Just been trying to do my thing. As I was growing up, my auntie really inspired me to rapping. I was like 8.
About 8 years old?
Yeah.
So how did that work out for you? Was it something that you probably sucked at first, then you grew into it, or were you pretty easy at it?
No, at first I didn't really know how to do it. Mm-hmm. So she had to write a couple more verses for me, and then as I got to like 10, then I started writing my own stuff, and then so forth to now.
Okay. So y'all really exposed you to the game as far as the rapping goes?
Yeah, well, she started me out, mm-hmm. and then I met, when I was like 11, I met young DzO, big DzO, mm-hmm. and then he really started me out and really showed me how and what the game was like. So I started just doing it too.
All right, no doubt. Well, moving on into those, going a little further into that, what type of you say your aunt was inspirational into you. I know you grew up around a lot of cats. What type of things did you grow up seeing and dealing with growing up in these neighborhoods from Montbello to Aurora to Park Hill and all?
Montbello, my dad and his friends, and then they was always up in the studio. And when my dad used to take me up there to the studio, and so I really used to like that. So that's what really started it when I was like 4. And then from Aurora, that's where I usually stayed at with my mom. So that's where I was at in Park Hill. My grandparents used to stay out there. So when my mom went out to school, I was with them. Okay. And then my dad used to just come pick me up from there.
Okay. So what was your life growing up like, between your parents and everything, Was it easy? Was it hard? What's on your mind,
It's kind of hard because, my dad and my mom weren't together. Mm-hmm. So I used to live with my mom and then my dad, and then my dad used to just come pick me up from my mom's house, and I really wouldn't like that because I used to didn't like my dad.
Real talk.
But now I'm living it.
You're living it. So how'd you overcome those things as far as starting to feel your dad?
I just got used to it.
Got used to it.
Got used to it.
So you was a mama's boy?
Yeah.
Oh man, I could dig it.
I used to all that moving and stuff, and then I just started living with my dad. And at first, to me, it wasn't like my dad really wasn't into it as much as my mom was. And then as I started living with my dad, and my dad started feeling it, and then he helped me out with what I'm doing right now, which is my album.
Okay. So you recorded actually you actually started recording an album from what I'm understanding, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm actually doing my album right now. It's called The Prince of the Mic. My first album. I done a couple mixtapes before that, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. But my album right now, it's called The Prince of the Mic. I already got 6 songs recorded on it. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to do my thing, and I had a couple shows. I'm trying to build my fan base. That's basically what's going on.
Definitely. So what's Prince of the Mic mean?
Before I started rapping with Elite, I used to rap with these dudes, Don't Sleep, which was Gangsta Head. They was from Park Hill. Mm-hmm. And I started rapping with them, and they just really started me out again, because when I used to be with DzO, Big DzO, I was doing it, and I was in the studio constantly, and then I stopped. like, because we fell out a little bit. And then I went to them, and I was in the studio again constantly. And I just started going with Elite again. Cause like I was trying to get with them before, but like I was too young, I guess. So, and now they see what I'm about. And so now it's like I'm taking my show back. So that's why and I'm the prince of this thing because like the mic is the king. And so when I get on the mic, I just feel like the stuff. So that's why I call myself the prince.
Prince of the mic.
Prince of the mic.
All right, no doubt. I can really respect that. Now moving into it, how did this whole Elite thing hook up with you and so forth? I know you was already exposed, so you was pretty much in there anyway, but, you know, did they recognize you actually really getting in there trying to go hard and do your thing?
Like, and
embrace you, or what?
Like when I was younger, I was trying to get in, but I was too young, and they didn't know what I was working with.
Right.
And so now as they see me trying to do my own thing, because if I couldn't get with them, when I was younger, I was going to do my own thing.
You was going to get it?
I was going to get it any way I had to get it.
Hey.
So I was getting it, and they was like, oh yeah, he ready for it.
Okay.
So then my dad brought me in. Man, I was married to it.
Right, you married to it. No doubt. All right. Well, that's definitely inspirational for me. Now, moving on into it, how would you say what you're going to bring to the table for Elite? Like, what type of style, what type of things are you? Because you definitely are one of the younger staples in the game right now. And as far as Elite Entertainment goes, you're definitely going to bring something to the table. I just want to know what you're going to bring to the table.
To me, Elite, they was always the best to me. Added like all the underground guys. You know, they was always the best. But once they put me in, we really gonna be the best.
For sure.
Cause I'm taking the game over. And that's what they expect. So that's what I'm gonna give to them.
No doubt. So what can we expect coming from the Prince of the Mic? What type of topics and so forth?
Topics so far is just like giving you introduction.
Introduction, definitely. So, how many tracks you think you have planned for that? How many you want to put out on this first actual official release versus the mixtape?
Like, it's weird because like we've been going on and off about how many songs we're gonna do because we got an intro, and I want to do 14 songs.